Hi, I want to have this video as the official announcement of the launch of my new business. So I do in this want to give so much gratitude for all the ways that I was supported over the last 2 years, last 2.5 years, in really finding myself as an entrepreneur because as many of you know, as many of you interacted with me, I was just kind of like this, not necessarily deer in headlights, but like a combination of like a deer and a bushy squirrel trying to figure it all out. And just watching all of you. And so i don't I don't want to discount at all any of the people that I have met, because I've learned something from every single one of you. And one of my gifts that may not have been apparent is for my ability to kind of soak up all of this information and then reform that information and then go out and then teach other people about it. And so, in a way, all of the entrepreneurs that I have met in my life have contributed to this course that I've worked really hard to bring to other people. And so your energy and the way that you supported me is all enveloped inside of this course. And so, again, I just want to say thank you so much for everyone. I'm officially launched my business. And I didn't know what I was going to do 2 years ago, and where my life was going to go or what turns that my life was going to take, but this is it. And so there are some people that I do want to thank, and if I forget anyone, I am incredibly sorry. It's been I had put my business together in a month, and I built all of these courses in a very short period of time, and I'm just really excited. So I just want to say that I'm sorry if I forget anyone. It's not that anyone was not near and dear to my heart. Every person, how you touched me because I told you how grateful I was. But there are certain people and certain organizations that I do want to call out. So the first one is going to be Elaine, of course. Like, other than teaching my kids how to surf, I mean, really, if it wasn't for Elaine, I wouldn't be on this journey in the first place. So first and foremost, I want to say thank you to Elaine. And I want to say thank you to Erin Lane, not only because she introduced me to Mary, who I love very much still, even though I haven't spoken to her in a long time. Erin really helped to coach me in those first 6 months of me becoming an entrepreneur, and really helped to also shape and guide me in that very early stage. So those are two people that I'm going to call out by name. Thank you so much. And then of course, Elizabeth Mack, because I mean, come on, the last 2 years, even though I ended up leaving, I don't harbor anything against her. Like, I'm so grateful for that experience, because now I can take that again and I can share that with other people, all of the experiences that I've had and all of the knowledge and wisdom that I've gained in that 2 years of being VP of that company. I now am taking and shaping into my own way. And here I go, right? I mean, it's just, to me, it's really mind blowing. I want to thank all of the women that I interacted with in the Women's Wisdom group that first year. So there were lots of women that I cannot name all of you by individual, but just know that all of you that I interacted with, you really, I saw such support there and connection there. And then, of course, the women of Rancho Santa Fe Business and Professional Women's Association. Although I'm not able to make the meetings in San Diego any longer because my situation has dramatically changed, just know that I am always with you there that third Thursday every month in spirits. And they really helped me to see my potential as an entrepreneur, and women that had been doing it for a long time, what that looked like, and just the grace and poise with which they were, in their own shoes and comfortable with what they were doing, what they had grown, and how they were able to support other women. And it was one of the first groups that I ever felt that I was like an integral part of it from very, very early on. So I felt very welcomed, which is something that I don't usually feel. So that group is really full of a lot of really special women. And if you live in North County, San Diego, definitely join that group, because trust me, it's a phenomenal group of women that I wish that I still could have the same contact with that I had before, with meeting with them virtually and things like that. And even whenever I was in San Diego, and interacting with them. And then last is the women of the Tend community. So I had met this community through Natural Awakenings. And this community is actually in Seattle. So this is the magic of the internet, and how I was able to join like yet another women's group in a completely different city than where I live, and the support and guidance that they have given me. And so the women that are a part of that group, especially supporting me personally, that group had really made a difference in my life. And the very last, sorry, see, I was going to forget almost the most important, all the nurses. Oh my gosh. First of all, I miss all of you like crazy. So if you all have my number, you don't have to be distant. I've been busy doing this, and some of you know I was sick. So and then like my kids are getting ready to start school, so I might be busy with that. But please don't hesitate to reach out to me, especially if you have my phone number, because I'm not really on social media other than to post things. I don't really hang out at this time because I just don't have the time to do it. But man, all you nurses, that whole experience with all those nurses completely changed my life. I mean, just completely. Just how do I go back to the classroom whenever I've had that experience that I have had as an entrepreneur, spiritually, personally, personal development, things like that. So, again, I want to thank you all so much for all of your support, David DaCosta. I just want to throw his name out there because I love him so much. He's just such a dear person. I just really want to say how much gratitude I have for all of you in helping me to shape and change and to live my dreams and to take my life where I never thought that I could take my life. So with that, I want to give you a little bit of a tour of what I've been working on and what I built. Hopefully you can bear with me just a little bit longer. And then, again, please don't hesitate to reach out. Don't be a stranger. I'm mostly recovered from having been sick. And now that I have my business launched, all I have to do is tons of marketing. And that's kind of it. Oh, and I published 2 books too. So the courses I turned into books and I published them on Kindle. So if any of you are interested in passing that information along, I would be very grateful for that. And anyone who wants to recommend either spiritual transformation or, startup business mentorship, if anyone knows someone who wants to start a business but doesn't really know how or where or why, I have the course and I have mentorship available, which is something that I had learned from all of you to do. So again, thank you so much, in just a debt of gratitude to all of you for helping me to find my way in life in the next phase of my life. Just thank you so much. And my website that I have worked incredibly hard on, which is always still a work in progress. However, here we have, again, all of the experience that I've had in my life up until, even yesterday, earlier today, everything is here. I have worked so very hard on this, and I cannot tell you enough how much I appreciate all of you for your guidance, for your support, for your direction, for sometimes tough love, for all of the things that I have experienced over the past 2 years of wanting to become an entrepreneur. And so again, I want to thank you for, all of these things that I'm able to present to the world and to produce. And so I do hope that you all will stay in contact with me. And I look forward to continuing to work with all of you.